All right, Kara, can you hear me?
Hey Siri.
Hey, man, what a day! I got a I,
Yeah, I feel
I got a
you.
fun video that is releasing tomorrow that is kind of Ole Miss related, like 4% Ole Miss related at tops. Now, don't expect anything crazy. But it's basically my part two in becoming a Detroit Tigers fan, and I have the host of Locked On Tigers kind of me walking me through the Detroit Tigers.
Steven, can we please get the origin of how you became a Tigers fan?
Oh, you want to know about that? Okay. So I was a huge baseball fan when I was a kid. It was my favorite sport, even over football. But when the strike happened in 1994, it lost me. I was really ticked off and walked away from baseball forever. Well, so I thought forever. And then I moved down here and I went to a spring training game. And I'd never gone to spring training before, and that was fun. And I was like, you know what? I want to start following Major League Baseball again. And I thought, do I want to follow who I followed before 1994? And I was like, no, that wouldn't be as fun as just starting from scratch. And then I just did a template over and over again. Like, no, I didn't want a gory hunt. So the Cardinals were out, the Braves were out, the Astros were out, the Yankees were out, teams like that. Nothing in the Pacific or Mountain time zone because I'm in the Eastern time zone. And they had to have spring training in Florida, and that turned into like 5 teams. And Tampa Bay and Miami, I did not want to do because going to games would be expensive, and it would be really tempting to do that. So it came down to like 5 teams, like Baltimore, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Detroit, and I think Washington or something like that. And then I just looked up the road, and I'm 15 minutes away from the Detroit Tigers spring training area. So I just said, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to go all in. And I'm getting to start being a fan from scratch, and that's something that not everybody gets to do, honestly. Yeah, it's not that interesting, I know, but I mean, it's fun for me. I enjoy it.
Yeah, but don't let him say it because he likes to say he's a
Well, yeah,
lifelong
yeah.
Detroit
Two and a
Tigers
half weeks
fan.
ago, I became a lifelong Detroit Tigers fan.
When y'all getting Casey Mize
Casey
back,
Mize
man?
has a back injury at the moment. He had back surgery.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I saw
Jackson
that.
Jobe got that same injury like 2 weeks ago. Yeah,
I
so
didn't see that.
he's been shut down for like 6 months as well.
Boy, he would fit right in with this
Yeah,
coaching staff in Oxford, then.
so it was pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to the first month of the season for the Detroit Tigers because they open at Tampa Bay and then go to Houston. I mean, that's a good way to start out 0-6, I think.
Well, we've seen
Yeah.
that here recently too. It's almost like starting with Vanderbilt in
Yeah.
Florida.
By the way, did anybody see the press conferences today after practice, after football practice?
I caught a little bit of it.
Jackson Dart,
A little bit.
the dude. Yeah, the dude,
It's awesome.
the absolute dude.
Yeah.
I went from the point of just saying,
Yep.
okay, he needs to prove it to happen. You know, I need to see him prove it, to me being absolutely convinced in one sentence.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
Mm-hmm.
got it.
I've been telling you.
Whatever it is, he seems to
I've
have
been
it.
telling you it.
But he hasn't been doing it.
I know. I was
No.
doing it for him, but I mean, it was
Yeah.
there. It was there.
TD
Like
Overdraft
I could
Relief
see it.
gives you
Like it was
extra
there.
time
He
to
just
recover
needed to
and
like
avoid fees.
say
Like when
it.
you get off the
Kara
bus.
willed it into
You
existence.
I
the bus,
did.
you left
The
your phone.
balls for that kid
So you
in that
hop into a
situation with
taxi and
Walker
yell,
Howard,
"Follow
who
that bus!" Just like a scene from a movie.
by just about
Except
all
this is a movie.
accounts
It's
is
real
looking
life.
at
And while the
least as
taxi
good as
ride was
Jackson
cheaper
Dart.
than a new
I
phone,
don't think he's
it
going to win
wasn't
the job, but
unexpected
he is
Yeah,
expense
he's
that overthrew
looking
your
good.
account.
And then
That's
you have
why
Spencer
TD
Sanders
Overdraft Relief
and
gives you
Jackson
extra
Dart just
time
walks
to
out and says,
recover
oh,
and
yeah,
avoid
it's my
fees.
job. I mean,
TD Bank.
they say
Unexpectedly
whatever they
human.
want to say.
Member
I'm
FDIC. TD
acting
Bank
like
NA.
I
Hi there,
won.
it's Helen Little.
But he
Guys, are you
That's the
struggling?
mentality you
That's
want.
Then the
what we
circus is
want.
John
Yeah,
Highland.
that's what
Join
tomorrow's
us to talk
podcast
Trump's
is about.
Waco,
It's like
Texas
Jackson
rally
Dart finally did the
symbolism.
thing we've all
But
been waiting on.
first, we have the host of the
That's
enemies
what we want
list,
them to do,
the
though. We want that
one,
confidence.
the only,
Yeah.
the Lincoln Project's Rick Wilson. Rick Wilson!
Absolutely. I mean,
Molly Jong Fast. I am
it's
here
really
with
great.
you.
You're
I had
back.
oh
I am
boy,
everywhere.
okay.
I surround the world.
I had a guy,
You're back.
2 or 3 guys
From
that are
wherever
at
it was
Oxford
you were,
that
undisclosed.
when they can,
Like undisclosed West Coast locations, various.
they will camp out and watch as much of
to,
practice as they
talk
can,
about the 36
and they'll
counts
send me updates of what happened
of
in that practice.
indictment that he, or incitement,
Won't name them,
as Trump likes to
for
call
obvious
it,
reason.
all caps.
But
that
yeah,
Alan Bragg
he
has
told me today.
dropped
Today's
tonight.
update was this:
Discuss.
Spencer Sanders is
President
hardly
Capslock was
throwing the
having
football.
a terrible evening, but I
They're
must
load
say, I think
managing
he's
him, by the way.
probably-
For anybody
there's a
that's
part of
concerned
Trump
about
that
it,
is
it's
absolutely
not that he's
fucking
hurt. They're
heaven
just
right now. He knows there will
he's
be
a
no
filter.
other
He's a
story on
sinner.
cable
It
news for the
doesn't
next
matter.
several days, possibly including CNN, which may
strongest
notice
arm,
somehow that they have to report on this and not
is a
cover
tie
things like
between Dart
the crisis
and
of
Howard,
Bolivian
and the
flute
most accurate quarterback
manufacturing.
is Walker
He knows
Howard.
he's going to be in the spotlight. He knows that the
So,
charges will never be heard before the election
we
of
got-
2024.
I'm not
Right.
really
He knows
incredibly
that
shocked by
even
that.
if
Yeah,
honestly.
we've got a
on the
dude to
jury,
Walker Howard. The only thing
walks
he's
away,
just
and
a
you know
young
what?
dude.
In Manhattan,
Yeah.
maybe 85% Democrat, but
Yeah.
he'll find an
Yeah,
asshole.
He's
on
got to
that
go
jury.
through it and kind of figure it
I
out,
have
get
been
comfortable,
saying,
learn
look,
the
I'm
system
glad it
and all that.
happened.
I mean,
I'm glad that there was a sign that the
that's
rule
kind of
of
one thing
law,
with Jackson
in this
Dart,
country,
right? I
even at
mean,
the state
you
level,
see him
was gonna be
after the first year. I
upheld
mean,
and not say,
it's not
yeah,
like
you know
Jackson
what,
Dart
Trump
had a
gets a
bad
pass.
year. I
You know,
was
look, I
incredibly
don't
impressed
think
with him last year. I
anything
know
we've
we've
seen
talked about
tonight
it
changes
100
the
times throughout
position
football
Trump has in
season.
the
I mean,
political
he had a
culture.
really good
He
year
is still the
for his
center
first
of
year in
every
the
bit of the
system,
Monty
being such a young
universe.
guy
You
and
saw
all. And
every
I
single
mean, you talk about
Republican so
that
far
year-to-year
that I've
jump. I
seen,
mean,
and I don't
a
agree
guy
with
with
you. I
that
haven't
kind
seen
of
anything from
talent, I
Christie
mean,
or
he
Romney
could have a
yet tonight,
big
so
year.
I'll
The
leave those
same
on the
thing with
table for
Walker
now.
Howard.
But
You
every
let
single
him get
elected
here and get
Republican or
comfortable with the
Republican President
surroundings
Trump
and
wannabe
everything else,
is
learn
around there
the
stumbling
the
into
offense and
themselves
all. I mean,
crazy.
he's going to be a pretty
Yeah, and
special
everybody
player, I
needs
think.
to remember whenever if Walker Howard is not playing and he was the backup quarterback, remember that Eli Manning didn't play as a redshirt freshman. That was Romero. Until that. Also,
Music
that
City
was the
Bowl,
day I got married,
right?
by the way. Yeah.
Oh man, that was terrible
in
planning on
Nashville.
your part.
Yeah,
I mean,
in
congratulations,
Nashville.
but
I got married
Lovely.
you got
in
married
Nashville
in Nashville
that day,
that day.
and
Oh,
my
Stephen.
wife, who I love more than anything, turned down
Obviously.
2 or 3 chances to get wedding presents of tickets to the game because she actually
Oh.
told her mom she was going to break me a football. So
Oh man, that's tough. That would have
Yeah.
been a good one to go to. I mean, not for the result,
I ended
obviously,
up
but
watching
for
it
what
on
Eli
TV.
ended up doing.
But Becky now watches college football. It's just on in the background whether she's watching the game or not because she feels better whenever she hears the sound of football. That's how much I won that argument. And now whenever like college baseball, she'll just cut on an Ole Miss baseball game and just put it on the background. And I'm sure that's going to be the case with basketball here pretty quick.
Yeah, that's I'm pretty excited actually for basketball season to start back up. We'll get through this portal season and all that because I mean, I know you mentioned it the other day, but I mean it's about to get nuts out there in the portal.
Yeah, there's a couple of kids that actually has ties to Chris Beard or Brian Berg, and they're starting to pop all of a sudden. So I expect something in the next week or two for the first wave to really kick off.
Yeah, he's going to field a very competitive team in his first year.
Yeah, he really is. What's the score of the baseball game, by the way?
Yeah. We're down 2-1, 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Got Braden Jones on the bump now.
Was it?
And I know that because I have internet.
He can
actually like watch.
Yeah, like I get to watch stuff. Yeah, and this coverage on ESPN Plus down in Pearl is an absolute travesty. I think I could do better camera work with my iPhone.
Wait, you know what though? You didn't see.
I know.
Yeah.
You sound surprised.
Well, yeah, I know I shouldn't be surprised, but look,
You
I'm new to all this. Okay,
you didn't see though when we played in the Big Ten network, like so you would actually be more appreciative of what's happening here if you would have seen how the Big Ten filmed the
That
games
okay. Well, let's just be clear. First of all, I'm
or did the camera
incredibly
work?
appreciative of any ball game I get to watch these days because I went almost 36 years without getting to watch this stuff. Okay, and I love DK to death, but sitting there listening to him paint the picture on the radio for 30 something years, as much as I love it, would much rather be
well, just
watching the
know
game.
in Minnesota, whenever they played in that tournament, if you remember what real sports baseball looked like for the Atari,
Oh
you have an idea
yeah,
what the camera work was like.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
saw several clips of it,
Oh,
and all.
it
It
was
was
so
really
bad.
really bad. It wasn't near as bad as or it was way worse than
Yeah.
what we have here in Pearl. But yeah, I totally get it though. But yeah, I got that. Got the state game going on the other TV over here. Uh, Seems like they're still struggling to pitch the ball. Real shame. Hate to see it.
Mhm. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, whenever I got into my story about how I became a Tigers fan, I have a conversation with him about Jacob Gonzalez. And that
Oh, okay. What do you say?
the Tigers are kind of going back and forth between an SEC type hitter and the top hitter in high school.
Oh,
But
okay.
they're expecting possibly an SEC guy, which Jacob Gonzalez would fit that bill. And he apparently really
Yeah.
likes Gonzalez.
Yeah, I think that'd be a pretty good fit for the Tigers too. I'm just off the top of my head can't think of a shortstop of the future that they've drafted here in the last few years. So that'd be a pretty good fit for him there.
Well, I mean, Ryan Kreidler is there, but he's not exactly.
I don't reckon.
He was at UCLA like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Good player.
I know they've been real pitcher heavy the last several drafts, trying to rebuild their pitching depth in the farm system.
Yeah, and it's great. It's the best uniforms in baseball.
Dude, they are really good. Really, really good.
Although
Now they're not the best in baseball, but they are
the
fine,
the
so.
Astros spring training jerseys, love them all day.
See, now you're just blowing up Kara's head over there. It's
But no,
damn thing's getting so
it's
big.
all set up like the blue with the modern look. On the front, it's a blue shirt, but on the side is the gradient from the old school Astros jerseys.
Were you able to see the Atlanta City uniforms that they put out
Nobody cares
yesterday?
about your team.
That's the Hank
Yeah,
Aaron
I
jerseys.
know nobody cares about my
Like
team.
the Hank Aaron type uniforms.
I know.
Nobody cares about the Braves. Okay.
Well, I know you don't because you're so damn sour from 2 years
I
ago.
don't need to be sour from 2 years ago. I got my World Series to keep me warm. I got my win.
Yeah. Finally got one without an asterisk.
I got
Congratulations.
2, both of my
No,
team
you've
in
got
the
one without an
same
asterisk.
year.
There's no such things as asterisks.
No.
There is one. There is one such thing as an asterisk. Mississippi State's national title absolutely comes with an asterisk.
Oh, yeah, I'll
I
agree
don't
with
care what
that.
anybody says. I will die on that hill and I will argue until I'm blue in the face. The best team got put out of that tournament without losing.
Yeah, they were definitely the hottest team.
Oh man, they were last year's version of Ole Miss.
Yeah.
I mean, they were just running through everybody. They were incredible that year. So, but speaking of Ole Miss though, so I know everybody's down on this baseball team right now, right? With everything going on. Stephen, me and you will get into it a little bit later in the week for the podcast.
Yeah, recording
But
tomorrow.
I've gone through and looked at the schedule and everything, and I mean, I would still be shocked if we didn't make the tournament. I mean, we're not going to host or anything, but just from a math standpoint, I mean, it's right there for the taking. And right now, you kind of see us coming up this weekend, the way we're shaking up the pitching rotation a little bit, mixing guys in and out, trying to find guys that can get us out on the weekends and all. I really like what Mike's doing here, and the schedule gets easier. I legitimately think we've already played the two best teams in the SEC in the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's obviously didn't go. I mean, you wanted one or two of those games, obviously, but yeah, just kind of looking at it though, like I can get us to 16 SEC wins pretty easily without anything like out of this world happening, like an LSU sweep or something like that. I mean, I've got us losing 2-2 against LSU and all when I went through the schedule and all. I mean, a 16-14 SEC record is still very much in play for us here. So I mean, people need to keep paying attention to this team. I really do think they can turn it around. Just because that's kind of what they did last year. It's what Mike Bianco's always done is figure out the pitching, and he's mixing things up and JT Quinn, I think, is going to end up being a dude for us, and he's pitched pretty good for us.
Well, I had, let's see, Jim Cross. He's going to be on tomorrow's show.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he talked about, yeah, it's pretty much time for Ole Miss to do that, because if they mess around and go get swept by A&M, it's over.
Oh yeah. You're in trouble
Yeah.
there. Okay, I mean you need to go get 2 this weekend. And that guy for A&M on Friday nights, he's really struggled this year with the pitch clock and keeping the ball in the zone too. I mean he's walked several people, and they don't seem real accustomed to the pitch clock and all the new rules that's come out and all.
What, Mr. 4.5 hour game is having trouble with a pitch clock? Shocking.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's completely shocked, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, go get 2 this weekend, and I mean everything kind of lines up for you at that point. You can drop a couple more series here and there, but I mean the schedule isn't that bad though. That's kind of the thing to remember here, and I really do think I don't know if you've seen or not. I'm sure you did. Riley Maddox throwing 100% bullpen session.
Yes.
Was it yesterday? I think it was. You get him back. If we're able to get him back in the bullpen, if you're able to get Riley Maddox or not Riley Maddox, Hunter Elliott back on Friday nights, and get Doherty back in that pen. You have Doherty, Nichols, and Maddox all in the pen right there. I mean, now you're starting to build something there.
Yeah.
So I mean, we got to keep our head above water. That's the thing right now. It's not going to look like a great team right now, but just keep plugging away and start getting some guys healthy, and then maybe we can make a little bit of a run here.
Has anybody seen the TV show 1923?
Some of it, yeah.
No, I don't guess so.
No, okay, this isn't spoilers, and I'm not giving anything away, but the whole premise of that show is waiting for a character to get home. And that is so much. That is the story of Ole Miss baseball this year. They're just waiting for the reinforcements to get there.
Yeah, that definitely seems relevant right now.
Which, by the way, if y'all haven't watched 1923, you should. Fantastic show. It's one of the better ones I've ever seen.
Yeah, I've got a lot of catching up to do over these several years of people streaming, telling me all these shows. Like, hey, have you seen so and so? I was like, well, no, I haven't seen it because I don't have to. Okay, so.
Man. So let's see. Go ahead.
Switching over from baseball to football real quick.
Okay.
Am I the only one that it grinds my gears that Hugh is using Tunsil for recruiting? Like, am I the only one that I was like, this?
Oh,
like, I was that really grind my gears. Like, I was like, is he serious? Like, that's so
that lit a fire under
It really did. Like, I was really not happy.
Believe me, I know it did.
Freeze has to use Tunsil because he doesn't have anybody else.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, of all the players to use, why that way?
Well, that's the thing. He doesn't have all of those players. That's the problem, right?
Like,
he's got Laramie Tunsil.
Oh.
But yeah, I definitely understand what you're saying though. Yeah,
but yeah,
Ole Miss isn't a place that Tunsil just fell in love with. Like all these past athletes have, Cody Pruitt and all that. I mean, it's just a little different, I guess.
I'm pretty happy. I had Kelvin Bolden on the show this week.
Yeah, that was awesome. And I saw a little snippet of it earlier.
Yeah, the standalone's up on the video channel if anybody wants to see it. But yeah, he talked about Centurion. He talked about Aiden. He talked about
I'm about to say that him talking about Perkins is what was really
yeah,
cool.
and yeah, I think it was really fun. Now he couldn't talk about 2024 kids, and honestly,
Obviously.
what's going on the coast right now. I'm real curious. Which, by the way, I don't know if he did it, but after it happened, he said something to me, and I was like, that doesn't make sense. And then after the commitment happened of the JUCO kid out of Jones, I was like, oh my goodness, he
Mm-hmm.
told me about that. In like a very loose way, you know. He
Yeah,
may
yeah,
have just been
very,
hinting or something, but it just felt like it.
very
Yeah,
subtle.
and
Yeah.
yeah, I mean that linebacker out of Jones is legit. By the way, don't let anybody tell you any different.
Raymond Collins.
Yeah, Raymond Collins is
Yeah.
legit.
Yeah. I like
Okay.
that pickup.
Yeah, and people are gonna freak out because he was a JUCO guy. Don't buy it. That kid is Mark Robinson with more natural linebacker ability.
Dude, don't get me that excited. I love me some Mark
Yeah, I
Robinson,
mean,
man.
he is somebody that loves contact. He's super athletic and he's intuitive. So,
Hell yeah.
yeah, Pete Golding found something there.
Okay, the only thing I'm going to be nitpicky on is I do not like the why not slogan. I do not like that. We need to get rid of that. I cannot stand it. I do not like it. I do not want players to be like, why not? Like, oh, I hate it. I don't like it.
Well, it's better than them wanting to go to the University of Ole Miss.
Ugh.
Oh yeah,
That's the
God.
one that drives me crazy.
Yeah,
Or Ole Miss
yeah, me too.
University. I've heard that one.
Yeah,
Ugh, I cannot stand why not. Like, it just is so demeaning. Like, why not? Why not go here? Like, really?
Well,
well, if we ever win anything, then you can do away with the them. That's kind of where it's at right now.
No, no,
well,
Yeah, it
no, we're
is.
not
It is.
state.
the thing about Jeffrey Rush is I don't know exactly where he is going to fit up in the line. I think he's going to be very good wherever he ends up. But at this point, I don't know if anybody can just straight project where he's going to be because he could end up being a super twitchy jack type player because he's that 6'1 sawed off guy that's about 260 pounds. Very, very much like somebody in that role. But he could be the Marcus Tillman type strong side defensive end as well. Or he could grow up and be a three technique. He needs 20 more pounds for that to happen. So I think he's going to be a really good player. But my point is, if Ole Miss gets Waller and Franklin this class, if they get both of the 5 stars, which that's going to be a chore. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Ole Miss's defensive lines is ready for the next 4 years. It's done. It's exactly where it needs to be. Let's see. Did I drop?
No, you're there.
Okay. But yeah, recruiting wise, yeah, it's fantastic. Also, by the way, I can't wait until this fall with Aiden Williams getting to campus. I saw him at the Under Armour game. Absolutely fantastic. Dude's worth the ticket.
Nope, we lost Derek.
Him and Perkins. No, I can't wait to see those two play. I wish they were in school right now, so we could see them in the spring game. But Walker Howard is just going to have to do. Although I'm interested in seeing Trey Harris and Chris Marshall as well.
Has did Riscano come
No, he's not
already?
early. He's not
He's
early.
not early either. Okay, so I'll be excited to see him too.
Yeah, but Suntarian, Aiden, Riscano are all fall guys. They'll get here in I think
Yeah.
it's in May. I think that's what Bolden said. So
If we can get Franklin, which it'll be hard because he's being highly
oh yeah,
recruited. So like,
and he is like that girl that knows she's
yeah,
a 10. Yeah.
And we might run into like a Jaheim Oatis situation here with him. Like
Yeah.
Jaheim knew, like
N'Kobe Dean.
Yeah, N'Kobe Dean, that kind of stuff. Which, if we can get Franklin to come in, like that would be huge. But it will be definitely a hard one.
Yeah, if somebody told me you only signed one of the 2 5-stars, I'm Waller all day, Team Waller all day.
So
Just because I feel better about that.
But I think with Franklin, I don't even know if he stays. He might end up in Miami for all we know. Like,
Oh yeah,
I don't even know.
he's enjoying this, and he should.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's the thing I like about him is he's not gonna just basically commit somewhere to commit. He's
yeah,
keeping his option open. He's doing what he's. So I like that he's being open like that. He's not like, hey, I'm just gonna commit and then I'll flip later. Like he's ensuring that he's making the decision for him and he's doing the visits and all those kind of things.
yeah, and he's doing what he needs to do. Let's see if I can speak. All right, Derek. Welcome back. Did you run out of AOL disk? Let's see.
So they delayed the game to fix the dirt.
Yeah, Pearl.
Yeah.
Pearl. You know, the funny thing, I hope nobody in here is from Pearl, because what I'm about to say is might make you upset. But my mother used to always talk about whenever I was acting up or I was getting unruly or I was acting wild, that I was acting like somebody from Pearl. And I always thought that was funny. See, Derek. Let's see. Let's try that.
I tried to invite him and I guess it didn't work.
I invited him as a co-host, so we'll see if that works. But it's absolutely insane. I am glad you guys are coming into these spaces.
Wait a minute.
What's that?
They just called the game.
They did?
Michael Katz is saying the game has been called. It's ruled a no contest due to poor field conditions.
Oh my goodness. Come on, Derek. I want to hear your opinion on this. There we go.
All right, hey y'all. Sorry, I'm back.
Yeah, they called the game?
Not
Yeah.
on my TV yet, but
Oh,
they're doing a lot of logos though, so I'm not really sure what's going on.
surprise.
Yeah. See, now you're ahead of me, Kara. This isn't fair.
I'm
I was
not
always ahead of
ahead of
you.
you. I'm not ahead of you. I'm just reading Twitter.
Oh, if this is the second time a weird game, midweek game is called, it's going to be absolutely hilarious.
It says, well, that's baseball. Tonight's game has been declared a no contest due to field conditions.
By the way, A+ tweet by Michael Borky just now. Quick, somebody get a mic to Lane Burrows.
Oh,
wow.
so weird.
Yeah, that's very weird. I guess that kind of saves me from not being able to explain to my dad how to get it on his TV. That's why I had to jump out just then. He was calling me, wondering how to maneuver his TV.
Oh, well, good luck with that. Basically, I had to, whenever my mother got a new TV, I made sure she got a Roku, and that whenever she tried to get the game on there, she could just take a picture of it with a code, and I could log in here.
Well, I guess
because otherwise it would be like 40 minutes. It was so frustrating.
Wow, man, that is so weird. They just called this
They
due to
just
field
called it
position.
like.
I still don't get it.
I guess I'll go watch A&M and Texas.
Yeah. Well, anyway, this is 8:30 anyway, so we should probably go. Thank you guys for and girls for coming into the space tonight. Kara is going out of town, so she will not have a video this week. Derek, well, I think we're going to record tomorrow
Yeah, I should be able to make that work.
because the next day I got to record with Tom because Tom is back.
That's right.
Yeah.
The
The
long-awaited
long-awaited
return.
return of Tom.
Yes, and John Garcia has COVID, so I'm waiting to find out if he's going to be able to make his appointment Friday.
Okay.
And other than that, Dalen Flowers is recording Sunday, and he's going to the open scrimmage to watch practice and report back on everything he sees. Yeah,
Cool.
so yeah, we got a bunch of stuff. It's at the Dalen Show for anybody that is interested in following him because he'll actually be at the practice. So I told him not to be Adam Schefter or Mel Kiper. I told him he knows football. Just talk about what he knows.
Yeah.
Because some people like Yancey. Yancey's fine, no problem, but he's got excellent bend and his hips are. No, nobody wants to hear that. Nobody even knows what that means. Is the defensive back a good player and can he make plays? Yes. Okay, that's what we need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nope.
How tall is he? How rangy is he? Stuff like that. Let me know if he can go get the ball.
Nobody cares if he can flip his hips. Nobody even really knows what that means without it being demonstrated. And basically what that means is turning around.
That's it.
While they're backpedaling.
As quick as possible. Yeah.
So, anyway, thank y'all very much for coming today. The replay of this will be up probably this weekend. If you missed any of it and want to listen a little bit later on. Derek will be up Thursday. Tom will be up Friday. And this weekend, wife's going out of town. I got the house to myself. And you know how I'm going to celebrate
Bachelor weekend. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm going to celebrate it by watching television. Yes.
All right.
As
any normal man would.
Me and my dog Archie are going to sit on the couch and watch MLB TV.
Attaboy. Living the dream, man. Living the dream.
And laughing my ass off because Becky's on an airplane.
I'll probably find more things that bother me that won't bother the rest of you, but I'll carry the team.
Okay, yeah, bro.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll be hearing about them soon.
Hopefully this weekend goes well.
I'm glad to have Tom back because at least Tom listens to me.
Yeah.
We all listen to you now. Don't do that.
Anyway, I will see all you guys later.
All right. Hotty toddy.
Y'all have a good one. Hi, Toddy.